Renegade Immortal Episode 150. In the previous episode, Wang Lin demonstrated overwhelming strength in the Demon General competition, impressing allies and intimidating his foes with his precise calculations and raw power. Even the golden armored chief had no choice but to acknowledge his victory, while Mo Lihai quietly celebrated the wisdom of backing him. Meanwhile, deep within the imperial sword pavilion, the emperor's sword fumed with restrained fury, unable to intervene, as a new presence appeared, a strikingly beautiful sword spirit whose aura caught the attention of Wang Lin's loyal sword spirit. Liguo. Excited and mischievous, Liguo dashed toward her, sparking a chaotic and playful clash above the palace, leaving destruction in their wake. At the end of the previous episode, the beautiful sword spirit retreated back into her sword, frustrating Liguo and leaving him determined to continue the pursuit. What will happen next? Stay tuned. And the story continues. The day quickly passed by. There were 6 more rounds, and Wang Lin won 3 more battles. In 2 of those battles, the demon generals had no allies, so all he needed was to win a single fight to claim victory. Liguo, who had been lingering elsewhere, returned to Wang Lin's bag of holding earlier in the day. It remained uncertain whether the girl's sword spirit had been frightened off by Liguo's meddling. After turning toward the sword, she had not reappeared, leaving Wang Lin to wonder if her absence was due to fear or simply disinterest. As the first day of the Demon General competition drew to a close, the various demon generals returned to their homes. This round of the competition would continue for another 7 to 10 days. Fortunately for Wang Lin, as a winner, he did not need to participate in every battle, which allowed him a brief respite. The constant clashes between demon generals, and the bloodshed among cultivators, were not something Wang Lin wished to witness repeatedly. Instead, he found far more solace in the gentle strums of the zither and the smooth taste of wine. In these moments, he could immerse himself in contemplation and relax, free from the chaos of the competition. Mo Lihai, in contrast, could not maintain the same composure. He attended each day of the competition, carefully recording any spells, formations, or techniques that might be useful, and brought all of his findings back to Wang Lin each night. All of Mo Lihai's hopes, it seemed, rested on Wang Lin's shoulders. During this period, Wang Lin allowed his mind to fully embrace the music, using it as a guide to help him understand his Tao. He had listened to zither music for some time, but until now, he had approached it merely as a passerby, savoring its beauty without deep comprehension. Meanwhile, Liguo, still infatuated after encountering the sword spirit maiden, continued to pester Wang Lin. He constantly begged to be released so that he could visit the girl again, and his endless chatter had grown difficult to ignore. On this day, the boat had not yet arrived. Wang Lin lay by the riverbank, the wine jug in his hand. He gazed up at the clouds drifting lazily across the sky, watching them twist and flow as though reflecting the inner workings of his mind. In his contemplation, he mused, many people believe clouds are ethereal and meaningless, floating freely without weight or concern. But like zither music, they are not nothing. It is the human heart that is ethereal. If the heart cannot be moved, the clouds will remain fixed. If the heart harbors no fear, the music will vanish entirely. He took a slow sip of wine, his eyes reflecting both curiosity and confusion. His thoughts turned to the final stage of his cultivation. Ascendant, ascendant. How can I refine my domain to meet the requirements for the ascendant stage? At the nascent soul stage, one comprehends one's domain to advance to the soul formation stage. At the soul formation stage, one manifests the domain to reach the soul transformation stage. At the soul transformation stage, the domain may fuse with the body. Yet even that is not enough to ascend. My domain has already merged with my body, and my Tao heart was completed the moment Wan went to sleep. Yet, there remains a missing step, a single step I cannot yet perceive. Each cultivator comprehends their domain differently, and all paths to the Tao are unique. I cannot ask anyone, for even guidance might mislead me. I must comprehend it alone, through my own effort. Just then, Liguo's frantic voice invaded his thoughts. Master, let me out. The little beauty must miss me terribly. Do you have the heart to separate us? Release me, master. I cannot endure this. Wang Lin frowned. Shu Liguo had been a persistent nuisance for several days, prompting him to seal their connection temporarily. Yet now Shu Liguo had somehow broken the seal, shouting once again with reckless insistence. Wang Lin, when you took the great beauty from me, I thought you had some grand purpose. But now you separate me from the little beauty too. You must be jealous. Yes, jealous of my fortunate encounters in love. Shu Liguo's voice carried both pride and frustration. Wang Lin's expression grew colder. Despite Shu Liguo's loyalty, that loyalty was entirely dependent on power. Were Shu Liguo's new master weaker than Wang Lin, his allegiance would vanish immediately. Just as the giant demon clan ancestor might have faltered, Shu Liguo's other flaw was even more dangerous. He became reckless in the presence of women, changing his demeanor completely. Wang Lin had assumed this trait had been tempered over the centuries. But apparently, it persisted. Yet Shu Liguo was still fundamentally timid. And without support, he would never dare speak so boldly. Clearly, Shu Liguo had hidden many abilities since leaving planet Suzaku. The coldness in Wang Lin's gaze deepened. Shu Liguo, oblivious to the danger he was in, continued his rambling. When you took the great beauty away from me, I thought she would serve some purpose for you. But HMPH. My poor great beauty was merely used as a tool for you and that Lu Mei. Wang Lin interrupted, his voice calm but sharp. You have said enough. Enough? That is not enough. Let me out so I can see the little beauty. And then it will be enough. Shu Liguo's voice faltered slightly, but he drew courage from the spells he had recently learned. As Shu Liguo prepared to speak further, Wang Lin struck his bag of holding. The celestial sword emerged immediately. Shu Liguo, overjoyed, flowed out from within it. A thick black gas first formed into a swirling mist before solidifying into his full form. Laughing, he prepared to fly straight to the imperial palace, certain of his freedom. Yet Wang Lin's eyes turned icy, and he reached for the celestial sword. As his hand brushed against it, the sword released a blinding light and trembled violently. Shu Liguo's cheer turned to alarm. Wang Lin, what are you doing? Wang Lin's gaze struck Shu Liguo with the force of a winter frost. Memories of Wang Lin's past atrocities, the countless battles, the slaughter of entire clans, and the horrors of planet Suzaku, flooded Shu Liguo's mind. The loyalty he had once felt became tinged with fear. Master, Shu Liguo forced a smile, attempting to appease Wang Lin. Wang Lin's voice remained steady, yet carried an undeniable edge of lethal intent. I gave you the body of a devil, allowed you to rise as a sword spirit, and permitted you to remain within the celestial sword for your protection. Now, I am reclaiming it. With a sweep of his left hand across the celestial sword, Wang Lin severed Shu Liguo's connection. Shu Liguo groaned, his body trembling uncontrollably. For the first time in centuries, he felt a killing intent that chilled him to the bone. This is real killing intent. He wants to kill me, he screamed, desperate to flee. A tiger remains a tiger, no matter how docile it appears. Shu Liguo thought bitterly, recalling a proverb from his homeland. He tried to escape, but Wang Lin's countless restrictions held him fast. In a desperate burst, Shu Liguo transformed into a sharp ray of sword energy, breaking through some of the constraints, and shot off into the distance. Wang Lin's eyes narrowed, a sneer forming on his lips. Shu Liguo had clearly concealed many abilities, including the power to transform into a sword, something Wang Lin had never known back on planet Suzaku. In this episode, we saw Wang Lin continue to dominate in the Demon General competition, winning 3 out of 6 battles while Shu Liguo returned to his bag of holding. Wang Lin took a moment to rest, immersing himself in the zither music to refine his Tao and contemplate the next step toward the ascendant stage. Meanwhile, Shu Liguo, restless and infatuated with the sword spirit maiden, caused trouble, begging to be released. But when Wang Lin revealed his cold, imposing power, Shu Liguo was reminded of just how dangerous his master could be, ultimately forcing him to flee. This episode highlights Wang Lin's patience, his insight into cultivation, and the reminder that even loyal allies like Liguo can hide unexpected abilities. What happens next? Stay tuned for the next episode of Renegade Immortal. If you enjoyed this episode or found it interesting, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to get the latest updates on Wang Lin's journey. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.